years of hard work and perseverance, we've arrived at the end of our educational journey together. We have much to be proud of. However, we should also take time to recognize everyone who's helped us along the way. Without the support and guidance from our family, we would not be where we are today, on the verge of graduation. Whether it's driving us to various activities before we could drive ourselves, rushing to school to give us a book we forgot at home, or cheering us on at a competition, our parents enable us to reach our full potential. Additionally, we have aided each other along the way. Whether it's being beside a friend on an exciting class trip, or calling a classmate the night before a test to study, our friends have assisted us in times good and times bad. Our friends shape who we are. Today undoubtedly represents the physical parting of ways for many friendships. However, I challenge you not to let important relationships slip away because of distance. Undoubtedly, it will become more difficult to spend time with our friends. That much is out of our control. It is, however, within our power to prioritize amongst the many things which demand our attention, the relationships which are important to us. In addition to our friends, we owe an enormous debt of gratitude to our teachers. I can't think of anyone I've known well who's attended CHS who hasn't had a connection with at least one teacher. It's these connections which help us through the school day. It's a teacher's tough love which brings self-discipline. I remember the first day of freshman year in my first English class, Miss Nord began going over class expectations. She told us to expect to be pushed out of our comfort zones, because if you're comfortable, then you're not growing. Academic growth requires exploring new topics and skills, which will be difficult at first. That lesson stuck with me. It gave me the courage to try new things, like joining the speech and debate team despite my fear of public speaking. Many of you, myself included, are no doubt feeling nervous toward the dramatic change we're all about to undergo. However, I believe Ms. Nord's lesson is applicable here as well. Try to see our approaching transitions as an opportunity for growth. Whether you're going to college, or trade school, or joining the military, or entering the workforce, the future will challenge your ability to adapt. It's up to us to exploit this opportunity, to expand our horizons, develop new skills, and become better members of our communities. Finally, we ought to recognize the role the greater community of Columbiana has played in affording us this moment. The vibrance of the community regulates the opportunities available to its members. We're fortunate to have a small, close-knit community like Columbiana. We're fortunate because Columbiana is a place where people know one another, are friendly toward one another, and support one another. Similarly, the high school has reinforced the community through the activity of our service organizations, particularly Interact Club and MHS. In the coming years, some of us will remain in the area. Others of us will move to other communities. Whichever path you take, it is my hope that we follow the lessons of community service embodied by our service organizations. Give to your community in whatever manner best fits you, and you shall receive much more in return. As my time with you today draws to a close, I'd like to leave you with a few requests. Never forget to recognize the people in your life who care about you and have helped you achieve your dreams. Don't let the busyness of the coming years cause the friendships you've built at CHS to slip away. Choose well the friends you continue to make, for friendships are critical to the person you become. View your future challenges with a positive outlook. Know that growth requires a willingness to embrace that which lies outside your comfort zone. It has been a tremendous pleasure growing up with you all. Now let us go and live out the lessons we've learned at Columbia.